Hello, darling. Oh, darling. How are you, darling? Been gone too long, darling. Don't stay away from me like that. Good morning. I don't bite. Unless, of course, you're into that type of thing. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Oh, darling, how I've missed you all. Oh, I've missed you all so. Oh, my. Let me know. Can you all hear me okay? Can you hear me? I need you all to hear me. So let me know, darling. Does the sound suffice, darling? Let me know. Let me know, darling. Okay. I want to thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, darling. And I don't take that for granted. All right. You all can hear me. Wonderful. I've missed you guys so much. I have missed you guys so much. I have been doing the most, okay, this past few weeks. Been doing some traveling. I've had family in town and out of town, and I have just been like, I'm on this wave of, I think we sometimes get real caught up in this internet world and forget that there's a whole real world out there, okay? And so I've been, on this wave where I like to disconnect more and, spend more time, and, in real life, nurturing and cultivating relationships and spending time with my loved ones and building memories and having a good time and just smelling the roses. So I've been smelling roses, darling, but I was like, okay, it's time to get back to work. Okay. It's time to get back to work. So here I am. As you guys come in, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah. Okay. This is your 4th live stream and you ain't subscribed yet. Okay. I won't tell nobody you subscribe. Just go ahead and subscribe. Don't do a sister like that. Okay. Don't do me like that, baby. Come on, baby. So tonight's going to be a doozy. There is a conversation that needs to be had, and the reason why this conversation needs to be had is because this issue is very taboo, and not any old person can have this conversation. I knew that this conversation had to come from a Black woman and that it had to come from a place of love. So I'm prefacing this by saying that this live stream is not in any way, shape, or form to attack, shame, belittle, and yes, I have to say this. I know. I hate having to, but unfortunately, I gotta say this. This stream, the purpose of this stream is not to belittle anyone. It is not to make anyone feel ashamed. Okay, it is not for any of that. Okay, the purpose of this stream is literally going to be awareness. Okay, because I already, on the post I put on Instagram, I've already seen people commenting and complaining. So, I don't want you to go into this, ladies, I don't want you to go into this with a defense up. I don't want you to go into this feeling like, ready for your comebacks. I want us to really have an open mind in this conversation. Okay, seriously. And for the fellas, I want you to come in here not to be like, yup, see, told you, you better tell them about. We're not doing that. Okay. This is really going to be for awareness, but it's a conversation that got to be had. I'm going to tell you all what inspired this conversation. Okay. So I started my natural hair journey back in 2013. I want to say 2013, maybe 2000, maybe a little earlier than that. Yeah, maybe 2000, circa 2011, 2013, between there. Okay. Um, I was, um, hanging out with some sisters, and some of them had their daughters with them, and we got onto a conversation about wigs and weaves and natural hair and all that type of stuff, right? So we got on the subject because one of the women, her daughter, wanted to get a weave. Okay. Um, and so all the women at the table started telling the young girl, this girl was probably maybe 9 years old. So she's talking about how she wanted to get a weave. Okay. Immediately, all the women at the table start pouring this affirmation of, oh no, sweetie, you don't need no weave. Your hair is beautiful the way it is. Black girl magic. You are beautiful just the way God made you. You don't need that, sweetie. You're beautiful. And so I was sitting there, and I was included in the person that had a wig on in this. Okay. This is why I don't want y'all to think I'm doing this to attack you. Okay. Because I've been there before. So I'm not saying this to talk down on you. I'm saying this because I've been through it too. And as I sat there, something in my spirit was like, something ain't right about this. Okay, so we all are quick to tell this young girl, oh, sweetie, no, you're beautiful like it is, but we all got a wig on. I said, this is like saying, oh, yeah, okay. I make Mercedes Benz. I own Mercedes Benz. This is the best car you can get on the market. It has great pricing, great gas mileage. It's dependable. This is the best car that you can get. Okay, y'all get out there and go get that Mercedes Benz. Okay, and then I proceed to walk out and get the BMW. They're gonna be like, not you in a BMW. Talk about Mercedes was the best car. Okay, and don't take this literally. Talk about Mercedes not the best car. I'm using it as an example. I'm like, we can't really sit here and rally and advocate for natural beauty in our girls, but we over here with a wig. Okay, I can't work for Mercedes and tell you, oh, I can't own Mercedes and say Mercedes is the best car you can get on the market, and then go get a BMW, and then go get an Audi. Wait a minute. If your car is so great, why are you not driving one? Okay. And in that moment, I felt very hypocritical. And I had to like reevaluate my life in that moment. Like, oh my God, none of these girls can look to any of us for any type of natural beauty standard. We all got somebody else's hair on our head. Okay. That is what sparked my natural hair journey. That is when I was like, just to prove to myself, can I break away from this? Can I still feel confident and beautiful with my own hair? Can I do this? So I don't know how long y'all been rocking with me, but if you have been rocking with me for a while, y'all will remember when I chopped off all my hair. I don't know if y'all remember that. Now, if you remember when I chopped my hair off, you was down with the goddess game for real, like you down. Okay, and it was no more than days after this incident, and shaved my head. I got a relaxer when I was 8 years old. Let that sink in for a second. At 8 years old, I got a relaxer. Your hair pattern has not even fully developed. Your hair hasn't even had a chance. The follicles haven't even fully stood their ground. But for our mothers, we're coming through with that creamy crack, plastering over our head. Why? Because our hair was too hard to manage. Okay. Ladies or gentlemen, put a hand up in the chat if you have heard an adult refer to a black child's hair as that nappy ass shit. I'm putting up a hand. I've heard it. I also want you ladies to put in the chat, what age were you when you first got a relaxer? I have heard adults refer to black children's hair many a times as nappy ass shit. You need to do something with that nappy ass shit. You need to comb that nappy ass shit. What happened? Look at all these hands. That's a shame. So now, first we're going to talk about the conditioning on why it is so difficult for Black women to let go of the weaves. We're going to talk about how this happened. We're not just going to point fingers and just act like we all just, no. We're going to talk about there is a reason that this has happened. There is a reason why Black women cling on to these wigs so tightly. Then we are going to talk about what our hair actually is to get an understanding, because we don't want to go into this ignorant. A lot of women do not understand the science behind our hair. Okay, so we're going to talk about our nine ether. We're going to talk about the science behind it, the spiritual side of it. We're also going to talk about how us wearing our natural hair is a defense against white supremacy. I don't want to get this video dinged. I'm trying to keep my stuff monetized today, honey. Okay, I'm tired of demonetizing my streams. So we're going to have to, and then we're going to talk about solutions. Then we're going to talk about how do we fix this. And I'm going to give you guys some of my favorite products that I like to use for my hair. And when I come to you guys about our hair, just so you know, I am a licensed, dual licensed cosmetologist and barber. So when I'm talking to you guys about hair, I want you guys to understand that I have credentials behind it. And that's why I say this stream is not to attack anybody. And when I give you guys this information, it's from an educated mindset. Okay, I'm not just telling you guys how to do your hair and I'm just talking on my behind. I am a licensed stylist and barber. Okay, just putting that out there if you didn't know. Okay, so I was that girl where I would not leave my house without a wig or weave. Okay, my stylist could set her clock to when she knew I was coming through for my appointment. You did not have to wonder or worry. I was coming to get that hair done, sweetie, every 3 to 4 weeks religiously. Okay, and almost every time I would go get my weave done, I would buy new bundles. Okay, so I would go out there and spend between $300 and $500 on the hair, and then go pay $175 plus tip to get it installed. So the monetary part behind it is a whole different, like I don't even know if we're gonna touch on the monetary burden that it is. I look back at how much money I spent on hair and weaves, and I'm just like, woo. Now, I also want to go on record by saying I think it is good for women to switch their look up sometimes. We like it. It's fun. We're girls. We like to change our look, like to dress up. The men like it. Okay. When he gets tired of you and say he want to see other people, you can be like, well, baby, who do you want to see, darling? Okay. You want to see other people. Well, who do you want to see? I could be Maria tonight. I can be Ling Ling. But if you really, you really want to do some kinky stuff, I even have a little hijab I could put on. Okay, if you want to play, taboo. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you want to do, baby. So I just want to go on record by saying, I don't want you sisters to take this like, oh my God, so we can't ever wear a weave, so we can't. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm saying that it's cool to switch it up. It's fun. I do it. Y'all see me? You'll see me with my real hair majority of the time, but every so often, y'all will see me pop something in and pop out looking like a whole new chick. Like, hey, baby, I heard you said you went to see other women. So, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's fun to do. So I don't want you ladies to take this as, oh my God, so I can never, ever change my look, ever. No, I'm not saying that. Take a deep breath, ma'am. Okay? All right. I was that girl back in the day. I would not leave my home without a wig. Maybe every so often, I would go to the salon and get my real hair washed and pressed out. And I would wear my real hair in a wrap for like 2 days. And then I was like, all right, that was fun. Right back to the wig. I felt like natural, kinky, black hair was unattractive. There I said it. There I said it. I felt it was unattractive. I did not feel like I looked attractive with naps on my head. I just didn't. And because I didn't feel like I looked attractive, I didn't care if the perm was unhealthy. I did not care if the weave was Mr. DOD. If you leave, just leave. Nobody cares. Nobody cares you're leaving. Elijah, come here. No one cares that you're leaving. Just leave. See you later. He don't announce 3 different times he's leaving. Everybody, please give him some attention. He wants us all to care. You see the side eye I'm giving you?
What?
Mm-hmm. So I did not think I was attractive. And honey, I didn't want to hear about none of that. I didn't want to care about the chemicals, dangers. I didn't want to hear it. I was like, no, honey, I'm trying to look good. And I'm not going to look good with these naps on my head. So, sweetie, this weave is going in there. Okay? This perm is going in there. Honey, I was have a perm in my head so fast. The minute a nap peaked from my follicle, the minute that a nap even thought about exiting from my scalp, I was slapping that perm on there so quick. Woo, like that was close. You know, and it's so crazy. And this is the beauty of growth. Because it's so crazy how now I'm like, whoo, now it's the total opposite. If I put on a weave or a wig, I'm like, this was fun. But I'm like counting down to when I can take this out and feel my real hair again. I'd be like, ooh, it was fun, but no. Whereas before, it was always wearing the wigs and weave, and maybe once or twice wear my real hair straightened, and then that was it. So it's dope to see, you know, progress. Every few years, you should be seeing progress in bettering yourself as a woman. So I enjoy being like, man, I remember the days when I was addicted to that creamy crack and addicted to them other folks' hair. Man, growth is amazing. So this is what happens. Every black girl, let's do this again. Y'all go ahead and put your hands up in the chat. If you have memories of growing up with that hot comb. Now, I don't know the ages of people in here. And I know that present day, they have came up with new technology on how to straighten that hair out. But back in the day, we had blue magic and a hot comb. Ladies, put your hands up if you have memories of sitting by that stove, getting your ear burnt, and then your mama will sit there and burn your ear, talking about it steam. Steam? Ma'am, please don't insult my intelligence. My mom's like, I ain't burn your head. That's just the steam. Ma'am, you're burning my scalp, ma'am. This is not steam. It is a hot comb that you just took off the stove and are now applying it to my scalp with grease. Talking about steam. Yeah, you're steaming off my scalp. How dare you insult my intelligence, mama? Talk about it's steam. Ma'am? LaKayla Caver. Did I just see LaKayla Caver? Hey, boo. That's my boo. That's my boo back in Lake County in Umatilla, Florida. See, y'all be thinking I'm playing when I tell y'all I'm country. That's my boo back from Umatilla. Okay, I bet y'all don't know where that is. Umatilla in Florida. What's up, boo? That's a day one right there. I'm so glad you listening to my show, boo. Matter of fact, I need to check on you and see if you all right. Hey, boo. That made my night to see you. Oh, Khalid. Khalid said he apologized for his Vanessa Bryant comment in the video with you and Danica. I love you, Six, and what you do for our community. Thank you, Khalid. I accept your apology. And I also apologize for ethering you. And I'm glad we had this talk. And I really feel good about this now. You know, I hope we won't have any more problems. I'm sure we won't. I'm pretty sure we're good from here. But that was nice. We have kissed and made up, Khalid. I'm sorry for roasting you. I'm sorry. So this is what happens. You automatically, this is how it would go. So for me, y'all, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So we would have Kingdom Hall and we would have conventions. So whenever we had like Kingdom Hall or we had to go to the assembly or the memorial, or if we had a nice birthday party, anytime we had somewhere nice to go, guess what happened? That hot comb would come out. So what does this subconsciously do? Subconsciously, this begins to program the young girl, okay? And we talk about how our looks as women affect our psyche. We talk about our feminine psyche. This is when I tell you, ladies, look good every day, because when you look in the mirror, you need to see yourself looking good and looking like you invested in yourself. This is how you keep your self-esteem high. This is how you keep yourself afloat as a woman. Because remember, society never has a problem with a woman with low self-esteem. Society never sees a woman with low self-esteem and says, you know, you really should think higher of yourself. No. When do people have an issue with women's self-esteem? When it's high. Oh, you think you're all that. Oh, you're arrogant. People have an issue with women who know how to self-validate. And I'm giving y'all the formula on how you do it. When y'all complain about how you be getting manipulated and getting took through the mud, this is why. Because you are not focusing on your feminine psyche. So when I tell y'all, look in the mirror every day, you need to be seeing yourself looking good, because that's programming yourself. Your looks will always directly correlate to your femininity and your womanhood, whether you like it or not. There is no, oh, well, I don't have to do this and I don't have to. There is none of that. It's always going to affect it. It's always going to have an impact. So what happens psychologically to the self-esteem to young Black girls when every time we have to go somewhere nice, your hair needs to be straight? Every time you go somewhere nice, your hair needs to be done. What happens when this happens for years? And then you have to remember, whatever a child is conditioned to think or believe up until around age 12 stays with that child permanently. And it takes professional, intentional help to reverse that. So if your whole life from a young girl, every time you need to be presentable, you have to sit and straighten your hair or put a weave on or do something like that, you are not going to be able to grow up and be a grown woman and then suddenly go out with your naps when you have somewhere nice to go. And I use the term naps because to me, nappy is not derogatory. So I don't want anyone to hear me say nappy and think that I'm talking down on our hair. I'm not. Okay, I'm saying it because it's not a bad thing. Okay. The next thing is that you have to have representation. Young girls, it doesn't matter if we sit there and tell them, your hair is beautiful, your natural is beautiful. And when we sit there and we tell a young girl, oh, sweetie, you're beautiful just the way you are. Your hair is beautiful. And what we gonna do when they look up at us and they say, well, then why you ain't wearing it? Yes, young black girls, black girl magic. Okay, God made you just the way you are. You're beautiful just the way you are. Okay, well then where's yours? Uh, do as I say, not as I do. No, we didn't have the representation because most of the time we did not see it. Everyone had their hair permed, everybody had their weaves on. We did not see it. We didn't see it. Everyone told us to do something with that nappy ass shit. Every time we had somewhere nice to go, we had to get it straightened and we had to put a weave on. This is how we got this way. Now, some women, she said, I follow a natural, thank you for the super chat, Mandisa. She says, I follow a natural hair enthusiast who wore a bone straight wig for her wedding. I was lost. I don't know. Maybe she had a certain look she was trying to serve. I don't know, child. So it's a responsibility. I want us to begin to more as a people move in a way where we are more cognizant of the children. This is my number one complaint about us as a people. We are selfish. We do not tend to move in ways that are most conducive to create healthy environments for our kids. Black women will sit and be like, I'm wearing it because I like it. What about the girls? I cannot tell you how many times if I go out in my puff or go out in my fro or have my hair twisted up, how I've had several times where little girls literally holding mama's hand, looking at me like, she got a puff, I got a puff. That's important for girls to see. Okay? That's important for girls to see. They need to see us out in public, out in nice places with our natural hair. Okay? I'm about to start blocking people. That's just doing too much. I don't got time. So sorry. Mods, can y'all please watch for retarded comments because I don't have time. So if y'all could please help me because some dum-dums out here. Oh, Malevolent Elephant, thank you so much. Malevolent Elephant came through with the super chat of $99.99. He said, for a collection plate. How you doing, Malevolent Elephant? Okay, so where was I? So they need to see that. Period. We cannot get so consumed in us, what we cannot get so consumed in that hey, we forget there's children that need us to do certain things for them too, and they didn't ask to be here, and we kind of should look out for what they also need, and we probably shouldn't get so self-absorbed into ourselves. Okay? So you'll have some sisters who feel like, what's the big deal? It's just hair. It's just hair. Who cares? It's just hair. Okay. I'm going to explain. I am going to explain how your hair grows out of your scalp. So for Caucasians, the reason why their hair just, with the dog, like dog hair, how it just it's just flat and it just goes just limp like that, it's because it's actually animal hair. It's the same hair that dogs and cats have. And it's not alive. Their hair is not alive. It's dead. It's actually fur. Okay. When it grows out of their scalp, the follicle is straight. The follicle is straight, and that's why it just limps over. You know, that's why their dog fur just limps over down their heads, and why it gets so oily. It gets so oily because, again, the follicle is straight. So the oil just, overly populates. And that's why they have to wash their hair every day. That's why it gets thin and stringy. This is why all that happens. So for us, okay, our hair grows out the follicle like so. Okay. Like a coil, like a spiral. This spiral is a conductor. This is why we don't have to wash our hair every day, because the oils are not just spilling out from our follicle. Because since it is spiraled, the oils are not just secreting sulfuric oil from our scalps. Okay. Your hair growing upward is a sign that it's alive. So when you plant a tree, does the tree grow upward or does the tree grow downward? The tree grows up. When you plant corn, the corn sprouts up. When you plant a flower, the flower sprouts up. Okay, you don't plant something and it grows sideways like this. You don't plant something and it grows like this. Okay, everything grows upwards, like your hair. This conductor is called the 9-ether. 9-ether. Your 9-ether can be compared to an antenna. All right? When we talk about Black people got soul, okay, when you look, there is a reason behind everything. When you look back at the day where they had soul music, and the uniform of the soul music was the afro, right? The reason why we have a higher level of intuition, conscience, is because of our hair. Energy is a vibration. Whenever you are looking to pick up on a signal or vibration, you will always have a conductor of sorts. That's what our hair is. The reason why you can dance so well, the reason why you're more in tune, the reason why we do not have a history of entering lands of people and wiping them out in mass destruction and genocide to colonize and annihilate them. And instead, we have always practiced the art of war and battle. The reason why we are not evil by nature, a big part of that is our hair. Okay. Thank you, Khalid, for the super chat. And he says, Six gonna make me buy her book for myself and both of my women. Hell if I care. Yep, buy it for both of them. Buy 2 copies. Hell, ain't my business. Ain't my beef. I ain't on no side. You know what? You're right, sir. They both need one. Matter of fact, get one for both of them and then both of their mamas too. Okay? I'm not about to argue with you. You're right. You're correct. Go ahead and get your 2 copies, sixthegoddess.com. Get them started on their feminine journey, but don't have them read this book and then realize they don't have to deal with that, then leave your ass. You might be careful with having them read. It might give them a little more self-esteem. So, but at the same time, honey, I ain't gonna stop you, boo. You're damn right. Go get it for both of them. They both need it. Sure do. Yes. I like the way you think, sir. Okay? Your hair is not ether. It literally is your connection to your higher consciousness. Your hair is literally your connection to God. The afro was the uniform of the soul music movement because the hair connects you to your soul. It's the conductor between your conscience and your soul and the universe and the Most High. Yes. When we talk about God, that's God. Living thing, your hair is God. Your hair, it literally is. So imagine what happens when you sit there and you constantly perm it, braid it down, glue it, snatch it, and fry it. You are killing your consciousness. You are literally covering. You're holding yourself down from your highest potential. Remember, as Black people, especially as Black women, we are supposed to naturally be highly in tune. A big reason of why so many sisters have issues with accountability, reality, is because you're being blocked. You're not fully able to tune in. You're not fully able to tell. You as a Black woman should damn near be able to read minds. That is how strong the woman's intuition is in a Black woman. This is how we develop the stigma of, man, I'm gonna get with a white woman because you can't put nothing past these Black women. You're right, you can't. We are naturally supposed to be able to pick up, know when something's not wrong, something's not right, know when something is not. We're supposed to know that naturally. When you see so many sisters and they keep it at a very surface level, when you don't see them going all the way to their potential, a big reason is because you are not able to connect, because you constantly are literally putting a helmet. You're literally putting a helmet over your conductors. You will be surprised when I really want to tap in, and hear a message or something of that sort, I pick my hair out. I pick my hair all the way out. I wash it, pick it out. When I'm in a deep meditation where I'm looking for some serious, I need to really tune in, wash my hair, make sure it's clean of any products, pick it out. And when I do that, everything comes in clear. You can literally, it's something I can literally feel. I can feel the difference. For between that and the days where I just throw it back into a ponytail, which is most days. Okay. It's never just hair. It's never just hair. Your hair is your what? Crown and glory. Crown and glory. Let's talk about the other aspect of it. I heard a woman say before that when she sees sisters with wigs on, to her, it screams insecure. And when I first heard that, it offended me. Because this was back when I was wearing my wig. And I was like, oh, sweetie, I ain't insecure. Oh, me wearing this wig do not mean I'm insecure, sweetie. I am not insecure. I'm perfectly secure. But then I had to really think about it. I had to really let me not get defensive. Let me really calculate this. You know what? When I compare then to now, you know what I enjoy? I'm going to tell you what I enjoy. I enjoy this so much. I enjoy when I go out somewhere, out and about in society with my afro or a natural hairdo of sorts. And then all the white people stare and they just be like, can I touch it? Hell no, you cannot touch it, Sarah. For I drag your ass through this, girl. But when you see them and you know what it gives me? It gives me this. When I walk around just black, 6 foot tall with an afro, it says this. It says, yeah, I'm over here floating through here. I don't need none of that. Yeah, you see these naps, you gonna get these naps. No, you can't touch it. No, your hair can't do this. No, my stuff ain't limp and dry and dead dog fur. Yeah. It's such a big F you to white supremacy. It's such a big, it's just, you're just being great. I love doing that. I wake up with sometimes I'm like, I just want to be extra black today. Let me go ahead and pop this afro out and just really just let me go ahead and make some white folks uncomfortable. Thank you for the super chat, Couture Love. I appreciate you. It basically says, yeah, I could go do that and conform and do that to make myself look more presentable to you, but I ain't there. And what you gonna do about it? And you're gonna still get this work and you're gonna still like it. That and that's when I realized that is what the sister meant when she said she feels like when she sees a sister with a wig on, it screams insecure. It screams, I need your acceptance. It screams, I need you to like me. It screams, I want to be like you. Do you know how they react when you're doing the opposite of that? Like, I don't care if y'all like me. I don't care if you accept me. I don't care what you think. I don't care if it's acceptable. This is what it is, period, poo. And who gonna check me? Oh, yes. Oh, it is so satisfying. That's what it means. That is the beauty of when we sit and we rock our natural hair. It says, I could do that, but I ain't gonna. And I'm still gonna have Tyler trying to eat and look out his peripheral, ready to risk it all, Sarah, while he sits over there across from you with that dog fur on your head because you're giving Lassie. Okay? You're over there giving golden retriever. Okay? Now you over here, Tyler want to risk it all. Yeah, Sarah, I ain't gotta sit. I'm not putting that on. I'm not putting that on for what? I ain't gotta do that. You're gonna get this work just like this. It's giving Lassie. It's giving Old Yeller. Okay. It's giving me Airbud. Yes, sweetie. It's the Lassie. It's all I see is Lassie. You know, this is what it means when you see a woman rocking her natural hair. It screams security. Because black women love to call other black women pick-me's. Some of y'all is pick-me's for the clear folks. You do everything you can to be accepted by them folks. And some things don't be adding up. And a huge part of how we go about to be accepted by them folks is them wigs and them weaves. Okay, that's a big part of it. Thank you for the super chat, Love Princess, for $14.99. She said for the culture. Thank you, my sister. I appreciate you. It is about security. Because then here goes the next excuse. The next excuse are two things, and that is texture and jobs. Let's talk about this, because that's what we always got to hear. Well, I gotta wear it like this because of my job. So Black women are how valuable in the workforce? What is it? Black women are the main ones wanting to go to work, wanting to go to college. If you want something ran right, get you a Black woman to do it. How are Black women out here eating up all the jobs, all the degrees, and doing all the work, and then gonna let them folk tell you how you can and cannot wear your hair? I don't understand. Black women have chosen these careers. You're a large percentage of all of these careers. So what happened if all Black women said, no, we're wearing our real hair? Oh, well, if you don't like it, too bad. Again, we forget about how reciprocity works. The reason why we forget about how reciprocity works is because most of us grew up in indoctrinated religious mindsets that teach you that you can do whatever you want and then ask for forgiveness, and then you're always forgiving and you still get all the benefits. That is how most of us were raised to think and believe. Whereas when you start tapping into your natural, traditional African spiritual systems, you learn that is not how it works. No, you cannot just do whatever you want and then ask for forgiveness or tithe 10% and all is forgiven. No. You are held accountable for everything you do, and life is a cycle. And we have different cycles of our lives that you need to go through. The problem with so many of us is we do not know how to move on to the next cycle. There are so many Black people that are still stuck in the child cycle. You're still stuck on doing what makes you happy and what's fun and what's comfortable for you. And you don't know how to go. You enjoy that time when you're a child. And it's the job of the people before you to ensure you get that time. And then that time ends. And it's time for you to go to the next cycle and grow up. So many Black people are holding on to that cycle of the child in 20s, 30s, and 40s. Sweetie, after your childhood, that's it. Okay, one of my favorite artists is Rod Wave, and he has a song about that. Thank you for the super chat, Maya, of $20. She said what she says. Or Maya, I'm sorry, not Maya, Maya. Rod Wave, one of my favorite artists, he's from the crib, he's from Florida. He has a song where he's like, boy, after you a child, this world is cold. You know, when you a child, if you lucky, if you have a good childhood, you happy, you have no worries, but boy, after childhood, that's it. Yep, pretty much, that's the way it goes. Yep, yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's it. That's the way life is meant to go. We will always have different level of responsibility throughout our life. We're not meant to stay in one cycle for forever. It is in our tradition to know how to move through these life cycles. So our ancestors sacrificed things so we could do better. So Black women, instead of Black women saying, I gotta wear a weave because of my career or you are making up a lot of this workforce. You have worked hard to make yourself a relevant factor in these workforces. You have leverage. What happens if we all just sit and be like, well, Master Jesus says I got to wear this to weave. So when does it get better? Do you think our ancestors wanted to rebel in them cotton fields and get beat and be on the Underground Railroad and fight and do all that? They didn't want to do that. But they knew they had to if they wanted better for their children to come. They sacrificed knowing that they would not see the benefits of the sacrifices they made, and they still did it for us because they were more in tune with the way this is supposed to go. Now, here we are as grown adults, just in this little comfort zone, unwilling to compromise. You have worked your asses off in college. You're studying the hardest, getting the best grades, the most degrees. You are filling up these workforces. You have leverage. I'm not in the workforce, so I don't care. Okay? I knew a long time ago, I am not going to be the type, baby, to have no job, sweetie. I couldn't do it. I've done it before. It don't work for me. So I don't have a dog in the fight. Okay, now if y'all need me to come, show moral support, but if you are part of the group of sisters that are in these workforces, most of y'all are carrying a lot of these companies on your back. You can start taking the steps to make it so that our daughters to come will not have to say, oh my God, I better put a weave on so I can get this job. Our purpose is not to just sit and tiptoe. There's something wrong. We should be taking the action to fix it. It's very doable. Okay. So the next thing is comparison is the killer of happiness. So I'm going to read this comment that somebody left on the post of when I announced that I was doing this live stream. And I'm going to read you this comment because it speaks very highly to the power of perception. And it's all in how you perceive things. Someone says, oh, so easy for you to say as someone with acceptable hair texture that's not 4C hair. Love your content, but being natural with hair like yours is so easy and beautiful, but look down on Black women with tight 4C hair. If every Black woman had your or more loose texture, I think she may say texture hair, there would be less Black women wearing wigs, extensions, weaves, and relaxers. And that comment was really sad to me because it's like, ma'am, who decided what texture was better or more acceptable? So when you talk about embracing your natural hair, it means just that, embracing your natural hair, yours, okay? With my hair, when I put something in my hair to moisturize it, if I put some type of oil, some type of water, some type of grease, some type of leave-in conditioner, whatever, okay? When I simply apply it to my hair and comb it and brush it, that's the texture it is. That's the natural texture. That's what it does. Like, if I just exist, that's what it does. That's my hair texture. The whole point of being natural is to embrace your natural hair texture. Natural hair has many different types and textures. We cannot create a problem and be like, well, I only want to wear natural hair if my curl pattern is like this. That's defeating the whole purpose. Stop comparing your hair texture to other women, please. Matter of fact, stop comparing anything that you have to another woman. Because if you had not subconsciously created this standard yourself in your mind of what hair texture was acceptable, you wouldn't be discontent right now. You're only discontent because you're comparing and you are deciding on a standard when it's like no one, literally no one, not one soul. Well, I don't have a loose texture. Okay, what texture do you have? That needs to be the texture that you embrace. Why are you looking? Keep your eyes on your own paper, ma'am. Okay, I'm embracing my natural hair texture as it just happens to be. I suggest that you also do the same. Okay. Some women feel like if they don't want to deal with it, block it. Some women say, well, my hair don't grow, my hair is dry. You have to look at your texture and figure out styling options that are most conducive to you. You are your own woman. You are your own person. Okay. If you feel you got dry hair that don't grow, lock it. I guarantee you, lock it, it's gonna grow. You have to find solutions. Hey, sis. Hey, shout out to my sis, Miss Danica Marie, Dope Discussions. Thank you for the super chat at $25. She says she'll stop it to show love. Good night and good to see you back. Thanks, boo. We need to talk too. We need to talk. Me and Danica got some things working on. We need to talk. I done got my life back together. Finally got 2 feet on the ground. I've been everywhere, child. Um, but shout out to the good sis. You need to find what worked for you and stick to that. Stop looking at what someone else got going on. Stop doing it. Now, this leads me into the next point that I hear a lot. The next thing I hear is, well, the man ain't checking for it and the man don't like it. Let me tell you something right now. When I wear my natural hair, it keep away toxic men. Women have got to stop being upset that you are not getting attention from toxic men. If a black man does not think that you are attractive with your natural hair that's just like his, that grows out your scalp as God made it, why do you want him? I want an answer to this. Well, I'm not wearing my natural hair because the men don't like it. Why would you want to be with a man that doesn't like you the way God made you? Why would any black man, if I'm wearing my natural hair and it's a black man who feel like, she didn't get her hair done, that nappy stuff, I don't want you. I don't want you today, tomorrow, last week, next month. You don't want those type of guys. It's a good thing when it scares those types away. How could you, as a black man, your hair nappy just like mine, how could you sit and say that I don't look attractive with my natural hair? That don't scream self-hate to you? That clearly means that this man hates himself. My hair is just like yours, sir. Okay? While you over there brushing your hair 10 times with all that grease and that do-rag on, yo, nappy too. Okay? Yes, I did see Lil Duval make that comment. Perfect example. Raise your hand if you care if Lil Duval likes your natural hair. Raise your hand. Is Lil Duval married? Is he loyal to one woman? No, he got baby mamas. He ain't marrying nobody. He is not positively contributing as a black man to society whatsoever. So why the hell do we care? Okay, I thought a nigga that's 5'4" said something. Sir, we don't care. Those are the types we should not care. We should not give a damn on whether or not I don't like that natural hair. Great. Say less. Don't even worry about it. Don't even look at me. Don't speak to me. Great. I'm so glad you don't. Have a great life. It's that simple. So, ladies, please stop. Please stop. And Lil Duval got them short men, that short man complex, child. I have never seen a short man that does not have an anger problem or a complex. I've never seen it. I've never seen that. And sometimes I think that's the real issue that women have with short men. Not the look, it's the attitude. Okay, it's the same with women. The women sitting there creating discontent because they've decided that only loose curly hair is pretty. Men have done the same thing and decided that the tallest men are the most best men, but most men are not tall. So now all the short ones just have this anger problem and constantly feel they got to prove themselves. It is not about your height. It's about your attitude. Because now you got a complex. Now you got to overly compensate because you ain't tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Duval, girl, bye. We don't care about. Who cares? No one. Not one single person. So, ladies, stop using the excuse about how the men don't like it. Okay? It's unbecoming. All right? We don't care if a man does not like it. If he doesn't like it, it means that he is a biatch. It means he's a biatch. Okay. And we don't need him anyway. All right. Some of my favorite hair products are Carol's Daughter. I like Miel Organics. I like Talia Wajid products. I'm about to pin this so you guys, if you guys want to come on, if y'all want to come on, you can click the link I have pinned at the top. If you want to come on and share something, or if you want to come ask a question. Now, ladies, I am not saying, you have different elements in your natural hair. So how I navigate wearing my natural hair most of the time without it being difficult or a burden is, number one, you've got to have the right products. I wanted to make it very clear. Natural does not mean dry. Natural does not mean unhealthy. Okay? I want to make sure we understand that. All right? Sometimes people think natural and then it's just brittle and dry and just not it. That is not what natural means. Natural, it means you still want your hair to be healthy. I don't know why. I saw a black man say that women wear their natural hair when they broke because they ain't got no money to get their hair done. I was like, first of all, the ignorance. Second of all, sir, do you know how much quality natural hair products cost? Okay, a good, a good shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff, baby, it costs. Okay, if you want one with real ingredients and not a bunch of fillers and BS, it's gonna cost. Okay. So what I'll do is, if I'm wearing my hair out, sometimes I'll either just wash it and not maybe just put a little oil in it. When I want to go for a big, thicker, the less product you put in it, the more volume that you'll get. So you have different looks you might go for. I recommend switching up your natural look so that it doesn't become mundane. Because for so many women, a big reason of why they don't want to wear it is because they think it's boring. So I like to do different natural styles. Less products means more volume. So sometimes I'll wash it, put some oil in it, let it air dry a little bit, maybe put like a few braids in it, let it air dry to stretch it some, and then take a pick it all the way out. That gives you the big full afro look. Then you might have times where you want to highlight and create some texture in it. And that's the case, I'll usually wet it. Some you need to have is a Denman brush. A Denman brush is excellent because it helps push the moisture into your hair. Okay, you can't just take a product, slap it on there. You have to talk to your hair nice. You want the hair to absorb the product. A Denman brush is a great way to help push moisture into the hair. So I'll wet the hair. I'll use Carol's Daughter mousse. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do y'all one better. I'm gonna grab real quick some of the stuff that I use and show y'all. Okay. I just grabbed these under my bathroom sink, so one of my things is missing the lid. So I like this Curly Curl Cream by Talia Wajid. You can see this, like, I have killed it. This stuff is great. When I'm doing a twist out or something like that, this really helps keep it moisturized throughout the day. So I wet it, put some of this on it. I put this on my edges, okay? Just pure castor oil. Two things of why I have nice edges. Castor oil, and don't let niggas stress you out. Okay? A big cause of no edges is letting Negroes stress you out. Okay? Drink water and mind your business, and don't let niggas stress you out, and your edges gonna flourish. I do also understand that due to so many of us receiving relaxers and tight weaves and glue, I do understand there are some women where the edges are not there and they never coming back. I understand that's actually also a thing. you know. And if you are in that situation, then I do understand if a sister feels like she wants to put a wig on, some of that. So I'm not attacking sisters where, due to the mutilation, that's exactly what it is, where due to the mutilation done to our hair, where you may have issues with it growing back. But I will say, if you are having issues, castor oil, I take it at night, put it on my edges, and I just kind of lightly, you don't want to rub it in because you don't want to sit and rub, but I put the oil on and I just kind of like talk to it nice. You know how they say, you talk to a plant and to make it grow better. I do that with I talk to my hair. And as I'm putting my oil in my hair and combing my hair, I look in the mirror and I tell myself how beautiful I am. And I talk to my hair and I say, oh my God, hair, you are so healthy. Wow, you're so vibrant. You're so beautiful. I look at myself and I say, wow, look at you. Your hair is so beautiful. You are so beautiful. I literally look at myself and talk to myself nice, talk to my hair nice. Okay, put some castor oil on. I also like this. This is from Camille Rose. This is really nice as well. I enjoy this product and it smells so good. And I normally use this kind of as a sealant to seal moisture in also. And I also enjoy this. This is also from Camille Rose Spiked Honey Mousse. This works really well for twist outs and wash and goes as well. Thank you for the super chat, Humble Pharaoh. He says, guys know natural hair women take more work. She puts in time, effort, comfortable with herself, has direction, has intuition, more likely to expect a man to be a man. All men know this, all. We talk about it, rest assured. Big facts. Okay? Talk to your hair. When I was going through my detox. Oh, and y'all, I'm sorry. Call it what you want, but don't call me Colette. I'm old school. Don't ever be too good. If you on a budget, now, I don't care how much money I make, I'm gonna always have me some of this sitting somewhere. Don't ever think you is too good for some of this sometime now. Now, I don't know the ages of everyone in here, but if you are OG like me, you know what it is. You ain't no stranger to this, sweetie. All right. Now, when I really want to pick my fro out, put a little bit of this, and I melt it in my hands real good, put it through, and pick it out, honey. A nice moisturized afro all day. If I'm lying, I'm flying, both feet on the ground. All right. So now y'all don't act like y'all too good, because I know me, I ain't too good. I know where I came from. Shoot, y'all be acting too good. I am not too good. So got me messed up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to go back to the basics. All right. So I wash my hair like every 2 weeks. I might if I wash it more than that, it's because I'm a swimmer. I don't know if y'all knew, but I'm a swimmer. And so if I go swimming, if I do a swim, then I'll wash it. But if I'm not in the water, then I wash my hair like every 2 weeks. Okay. I don't like to wash my hair too much. Everyone has different opinions on it. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to be saying this because, okay, as a cosmetologist, you have two ways of doing things. You have the textbook correct, technically correct way, and then you have but this is how I do it. You ever know Black folks do that? Black folks, if you start a job, they'll be like, so this is how it's supposed to be done, but this is how I do it, and we're going to do what we want to do. That's me when it comes to hair. I am educated on the technical correct ways of it, and I'd be like, yeah, not doing that. So I'm not supposed to say this because technically you should wash your hair once a week, because technically buildup gets around the hair and then it can't really, the moisture, it can't really bring the moisture in because of the buildup. But I have not seen good experiences with overwashing that hair. That hair get dry real quick. Okay, so you ain't hear this from me, but if I was y'all, I say every 2 weeks. Now again, you ain't hear that from mine, but that's what it is. Okay, so I may have my times where I'm gonna wear my fro, and what I'll do is at nighttime, um, put my hair into a puff and then braid the puff. This is how you get real good, nice fluffy volume. I get like a piece of fabric, tie it around, put that puff up there. You know, maybe put some mousse on the puff, braid the puff. Like you don't gotta braid the whole hair. You just put the puff and then put like 4 braids in the puff, tuck it down, and then you can put like a band over it so you cute at nighttime. Because remember, we don't go to bed with no man with no bonnet on, so you gotta find alternatives. So normally put it in a puff, braid the puff, kind of pin the braids down so it's cute, and then put you like a headband or a satin like cloth around it, so that way you cute going to bed, but you can still have it where you can get up in the morning, undo the braids, take the tie off, and comb a little bit, and boom, you have a dope fro for the rest of the day. Okay. No bonnets, silk pillow, and use a headband of sorts. Like use some type of like I should go get. I don't know where mine is to show y'all, but I have a few of them. And if I do have a style where I need to wrap around it, you get that silk piece of cloth and you tie it around so it just looks like a cute headband, you know. And then you get you a silk pillowcase so the rest of your hair, you know, is not getting the moisture ate up by the cotton. Cotton eats up moisture. So if you have cotton pillowcases, it's going to eat up the moisture in your hair. So you want to get you a satin pillowcase, that way it's not taking the moisture out while you're sleeping. Also, do not be afraid to go for the bun or the puff. Now, if y'all see me, majority of the time, I'm not gonna hold you. You gonna see me with that puff. I'm just gonna keep it real. Most of the time, that puff is what you're gonna see me in. You're gonna see me in that puff or that bun. I don't care what you do with it, long as it's your hair growing out your scalp. I don't care if you put it in a puff, bun, a braid, it don't matter. So, ladies, don't psych yourself out to think you're gonna have a full-blown professional twist out every time you wear your natural hair. It's okay to put it in a puff and keep going. A puff is a natural, neat, cute style. And I'm not saying neat. Hold on, I don't like how that sounded. I'm not saying neat as in like Caucasian. I'm saying neat like, you know, you're put together. Let me just clarify. I didn't like how that sounded. I had to side eye myself on that neat. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. Scratch that. Edit that out. Who am I talking to? I don't know. Edit that out. I don't mean neat like that. I mean like neat as in, you know, you don't did something with yourself. You don't got yourself where you need to be. You know, so don't be afraid of it. You know, I put my hair in this bun, it still look, you know, like I did something. But honey, sometimes I don't, you know, sometimes you just be like that. So don't be afraid to do that, okay? Don't be afraid to go ahead and put that in a bun, or something like that, okay? Now, if y'all have any questions or anything you want to add, I'm going to go ahead and start adding people on. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Six, how's it going, sweetie? Hey, look, YouTube won't
Oh,
let
wait, hold
me.
on. I can't hear you. 1 second.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, YouTube
Are
won't let
you
me
are
send you
you
no money.
muted? Are you muted?
Hold on.
Make sure you're not muted.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are muted. Okay, let me see. Can I hear you now?
What about now? What about now? What about now?
Hold on. I don't know why I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me see. It might be because I have this plugged in. Let me see. Okay, y'all can hear him. I can't. Okay, so it must be the thing that I have.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm about to. Hold on. YouTube won't let me see you no money. Hold on. Okay, I can. I think I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Y'all let me know if y'all can
Okay.
hear me. I hear an echo, but do you hear
All
an
right.
echo? Do you hear an echo, Herc?
Yeah, a little bit.
You do? What about now? You hear an echo from me?
No, I don't hear an echo from you, but I hear one from me.
Hmm. Here, let me do this. Oops. Hold on. Sorry. Can you hear me? Do I still have an echo?
No, I hear you. You sound good.
Now you're
Can you hear me?
yeah, but hold on. Why is this doing this? Okay. You said YouTube
Okay.
won't send a super chat
Nah, they won't let me send a super chat to you for
when you
some
try
reason. I don't know why.
to do it. What did it say?
Just unable to send super chat.
That's so weird. Did anybody
Mm-hmm.
else have a problem? It's okay. I have Cash App and PayPal, y'all. Just so y'all know. Okay.
So what I'll do, that's what I will do. I'll try to send you. I'll try to cash app you.
Okay, the my Cash App working just fine, honey. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
How you
But you need to
doing?
get that straight, cause sometime I be wanting to send like little comments and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, I know. Right. I don't know why it does
Mm-hmm.
that. They be
Right.
hating. They be hating.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed
Hey,
the stream
and
today?
is
You said what?
come again?
I said, have you
I
enjoyed the
didn't
stream?
hear you. What?
I said, have you enjoyed?
Yes, of course.
Wait,
I
do you
enjoy
feel like
all of your
you've learned
streams.
something?
Come again?
Do you feel like you've learned something on the stream?
I always learn from you, sister.
Oh,
Always.
you feel so good. Thank you. You have something.
Hmm.
You have something you
Uh,
want to add?
no, you were talking about hair today, right? Was that
Yeah.
kind of like hair designs or? Okay, yeah. So I really don't have a lot to say about hair. I don't have any hair, so hey,
Well. See,
you know.
we're talking about.
But now the blue magic grease. Hey, okay. Now I know about that. So yeah, that's good stuff because I used that today.
Oh yeah, we were. We were talking about how so many black women are telling young black girls that they're magic and that they're beautiful naturally, but they're telling the young
Hmm.
girls this, but the girls are like, well then why you ain't wearing it? Why you have a wig on trying to tell me that, my natural is beautiful? So we're just talking about
Right.
how as
Right.
women we should be having a responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to show them,
Right.
not just tell them.
Right. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of hypocritical to, wear a weave or a wig. I mean, I don't have anything against sisters wearing weaves or wigs. I think black women go through a lot to. I mean, they don't have to go through. I mean, black women are naturally beautiful women, so they don't have to go through a lot to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the thing is that there are issues, with hair as far as them they're, being going to work and working in the workplace and things like that. You have, Europeans or Mazungus or whatever you want to call them that do get on sisters about their natural hair because it's very attractive and it's beautiful. But
Yeah, but
I
this is
understand what
my
you
issue.
mean.
This is my issue with that. Is any other time that you're trying to get a black woman to do something she don't want to do, she put up the biggest fight. And then all of a
Right.
sudden, when it comes to her hair in the workplace, that's when she lay down and roll over and just do what they say. Black women don't
Right.
do that for anything else. So I feel like
Mm.
the cop out that they use to not have to wear their damn real hair. Now, if it was anything else, they was telling you you'd be fighting till and taking the gloves off and fighting it.
Right.
If there's
Right. Right.
don't want to do. Then all of a sudden, when it comes to wearing their hair in the workplace, it's oh, I have to wear the weave or else I can't stop.
Yeah. It's
Keep
messing with
the
that
same.
kind of messing with that money.
Keep the same
So
energy.
they.
So, how do
Yeah.
you
Yeah. That's true. I agree.
like you prefer a woman to have her natural hair? Do you feel like you prefer a woman to have a weave or a wig?
You know, I'm exiting from a 26-year marriage, unfortunately, and my wife wore whatever she felt comfortable. My beautiful black, my ex, soon to be ex beautiful black wife, I should say, wore
Mm-hmm.
whatever she wanted to wear. I didn't basically pressure her about her hair because she looked good uh, uh, with whatever choice she made as far as how she wanted to wear her hair. You know, and I also with my daughter, I tend to let her, run that show with my daughter too. Just long as it's presentable. You know,
Mm-hmm. So,
so
what's your
it's no
definition
thing.
of presentable?
Oh well, hey, neatly, uh, neatly so I'll say neat knitted braids, plaited braids, um, you know, and a weave or whatever they want to wear. I mean, I'm not. I mean, my thing is that I'm not that. I mean, okay, listen. The ancient Egyptians wore weave. They wore wigs. You know what I'm saying? It's not uncommon in African customs for people to wear, to wear that. Why you giving me the side eye, six? I don't. Hey sis, hey, talk to me. Talk to me, sis. Talk to me.
See,
Look,
I think what you're saying right here is
hmm
a mentality that a lot of us have, and I think that that's part of the problem is that we
okay.
use words like presentable, neat, and we all do it without even realizing
Well,
that
yeah. I mean, right. You had to
because
correct yourself earlier because you used
presentable
the
is
word neat too. So,
what's up,
right. No, I was saying you used the word neat earlier
and
too, and so
I side eyed
it just hey, it just kind of
myself.
came out.
And that's why I say it's a constant reprogramming that we have to be in, and
Yeah, yeah,
we have
yeah.
to stop
But
using
I don't
like
mean neat by the standards of the. I don't mean neat by the standards of the white man or the white people. I mean, just what we in our community feel is, you know, appropriate. Because I mean, the thing is that I think you said that you didn't like nappy hair. You didn't natural hair used to look like nappy hair to you, and you didn't approve of it initially. But now, I mean, you as you grew, and you know you felt that you felt a certain way about it. You felt different by it. So my thing
yeah.
is that
So
I love natural hair.
we
Whatever
really
this what
have to we really
hmm,
have to we need the brothers on board with us, you know,
okay.
to be sure not to say things like, oh, neat or presentable. We want to just make sure, that
Hmm.
we are having y'all on board that we're not
Right.
subconsciously putting those thoughts. But
No problem. No
I
problem.
appreciate you, my
Mhm.
brother.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So yeah. Hey, is DOD a white boy? Because I mean, I'm thinking I was getting the wrong vibes from him, and I was trying to warn some of the mods in the chat that I mean, I know you don't play that, so
You talking about the one that kept announcing he was leaving?
well, yeah, he just popped up and said, I hate it when these white boys just pop up out of nowhere, or what the pictures look white or whatever. They just make these off the cuff comments. Black women are beautiful, and they're trying to basically, get in and get brownie points or something like that, so they can get in and just start, chatting in black trolling in black chat rooms, and I don't like that. So I saw him, and I'm like, this the picture didn't look right. It looks like a white boy to me. And so I
Oh,
said, hey,
it
so I
might
was
have
trying to warn some of your people.
Oh, it might have been, but he got dismissed anyway. So, child,
Yeah,
trying
good,
to get
yeah,
brownie
good,
points, all right.
right.
They trying to get brownie puss, not brownie points. That's
Thank you.
white
That's
boy.
right. That's right.
That's
And well,
white
yeah,
boy.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to, say anything inappropriate. It's your show, so.
Well,
But yeah, that too,
oh
that
yeah,
too, and I know you don't. I know you don't.
yeah, I love your
Yeah, I
dark
know you.
skin. That's why white boys purposely go for natural dark skinned women because in their mind it's
Hmm.
like, ooh, that's the easy thing. Oh, they don't like your dark skin. Come here, sweetie. I don't.
That's right. Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like
And
your
that it's
hair.
just
I like it,
right.
and they know that's how
Yeah,
they get them to. That's the
right.
big
Well,
starter kit.
right, right. Well, they did they had a big thing on this white boy that gave a number of sisters HIV. And that's kind of like what he was doing. That was his ploy. That was his
Yeah.
tactic. He was going
Okay.
around, manipulating dark skinned sisters, and
Mm,
giving them HIV.
mm,
You see, yeah.
mm.
So sisters need to watch out for that. And like I do security work. I'm a bouncer. I bounce at clubs. I do security for like Starbucks, and I see it's typical to see a lot of interracial couples that come in, and sisters come in with white boys all the time, and you can just tell that it's a charity case, you know,
Mm.
uh, and in some cases, but I mean, but when I see I mean, you know, there's the thing is that I try to be, cool, with everybody and things like that, but I know that there are some guys that are out there, white guys that are out there that are manipulating and taking advantage of sisters, and saying exactly what you're saying. Well, if they don't like your dark skin, I like it, and he's just manipulating them. He's just using it. You're just using them. And the thing is that black women have to take pride in their own in their own selves. They have to be, they have to stand and you know um, love who they are because they'll attract they're going to attract bad guys period and you don't want to be taken advantage they shouldn't want to be used and taken advantage of because of the problems that they have in our community. I love black women. I've been with black women all my life. I don't like I date exclusively black women. I don't like Mexicans. I don't like Asians. I don't like white women. It's strictly black with me, and it kind of bothers me when I see sisters, especially that with my skin color, that look like me, particularly dark skinned like me with white boys. Sometimes I got to, just had to put that out there.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, my brother.
All right. Okay. Take care, sis.
Have a good one. So, are y'all
Too.
saying that y'all can't really hear me well? I don't know why it's doing that. Sometimes it does that when I bring someone on. I don't know why it does that. Um, and I see a few people talking about how the ancient Egyptians wore weaves or wigs and stuff like that, but it wasn't a 6'13", 24-inch platinum blonde bone straight wig. It's a wig that mimics our natural hair texture. So that's another. I'm so glad that was brought up because there's another element here that has to be discussed as well. When we have the talking point that, well, women of all races wear weaves. Women of all races wear it. But there is a difference between a weave or wig and an extension. A weave or wig is when you are putting on a hair texture that is totally unnatural to you. This is not how this is growing naturally out of your scalp. Women of other races be wearing extensions, meaning it look like an extension of what you already are naturally growing out your scalp. Half of these white girls, you don't even know they got a weave in their head. And now the white girls starting to wear wigs. But even when they wear the wig, they're wearing a wig that is just like their hair. So you don't know it's there. The difference is we'll go out and put on some bone straight blonde hair. And please don't say, well, it's some black people with naturally blonde hair. No, it is not 613 silky Eurasian 24-inch straight growing out no black person's hair. No way. Before y'all say that, I know y'all can't wait to say that as well. Okay. Um, So you're gonna understand that if you are, my thing is, if you want to wear a wig or weave, why don't you wear one that's the natural texture of your hair already? You know, if you're gonna wear the weave or extension, just you want a little more length on your hair, you wear hair that looks like yours. If you want a little, something, you wear something that mimic what you already have. Okay, it should look like you could have grown this out your scalp on your own. The problem is when it's some hair on your head that could never in any way, shape, or form be growing and be yours. That's the difference. So yes, other groups wear it. However, they're not putting on other textures. They're keeping their own textures. So I want to understand that. I'm not going to take any more people on since my mic is getting low when people come on. But I think that this stream was dope. I really appreciate everybody's insight and comments on here. I think that we got a lot of good information out. Thank you everybody for the super chat. Thank you everybody for the cash apps. I truly appreciate it. It's hard out here for Black content creators, especially Black female content creators. So all of the support is highly appreciated. If you learn something from the show, if you enjoy the show, I appreciate the support and I appreciate the love. I have my information down here. Please make sure to like the video, you all. What time is it? 9:30. Yeah, I gotta go. Again, I hope you all enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your mama, your sister. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna try to go live again either tomorrow or Thursday. Okay. I appreciate you all so much and have a good night.